generally people think that if they are scoring between 90 to 95 percentile, if they are particularly a gem candidate, they think that they are not going to convert most of the IIM calls, or they are not getting any good colleges. But like, you are mistaken, because even I felt the same. But luckily, my profile was good, like my 10th, 12th, and all marks were good, and I had 2 years of work experience. That is an optimal work experience, and like their composite score, they see your profile, CAT score, interview, everything. So there's nothing to be disappointed. You can try for the new IIMs, and also definitely you can apply for the IITs, because even IITs are also performing very well.
Hello everyone. Today we have with us Hemanth. He scored 93.6 percentile in CAT 2022 and he received the CAP calls, and also he received calls from most of the IITs, and he converted most of the calls he received. He has work experience of more than 2 years, and coming to his educational background, he pursued B.Tech from Anurag Group of Institutions, Hyderabad. Yeah, so and today he's with us to share his CAT preparation journey, and also how he converted the CAP calls, and also how he converted the IITs. So hi Hemanth, welcome to Krakow interview series, and congratulations on converting the CAP calls and also the prestigious IITs.
Uh, Hi, thank you for the introduction, and yeah, thank you so much. Yes, I'm happy that I've converted some of the IIMs and IITs.
Right. Firstly, let's discuss about your CAT preparation. When you started preparing, how many months did you spend for the syllabus, and then how many mocks did you take? What was your preparation strategy?
I finished my graduation in 2020 from computer science background, and I'm currently
Okay.
working at IBM. I'm having 2+ years of work experience. I have a good profile in 10th, 12th, and Btech. That really helped me boost my chances in getting the calls. So talking
Okay.
about my CAT preparation journey, it all started during my engineering. I felt that I need to study in some of the prestigious institutes, which I couldn't in engineering. And then after engineering, I had 2 years of work experience, and then thought that an MBA in some of the good colleges like IIMs or IITs would be very good for my profile. So I thought to give CAT. But in 2021, after having 1 year of work experience, I just thought to give an attempt to get an exposure how the exam looks like, and how the experience would be, and what type of questions will be asked. So in 2021, I just had 1 month of preparation. I mostly did passive learning. I just watched the concept videos and all. Did not practice much, and did not give any mocks. And then I got around 73 percentile. So it was not very good, but not very bad. I thought, yes, I had some of the basics. So then the next year in the CAT 2022, again I enrolled into Cracky. I saw some of the YouTube videos, and I thought this would be a right fit for me. So then after enrolling in Cracky complete course, I started very early in January. Watched all the concept videos, and did all the practice questions. Then then again, somehow due to my hectic work schedule, I could not maintain that consistency. It got broken in between. Then again, during the fag end of the preparation, again maybe two months say, in that time, I again picked up my speed. I used to solve the daily target. That really helped me a lot. I think daily solving one set of puzzles and point questions, 5 point questions. So this helped me a bit. And again, I started immediately taking mocks, because I did not have much time. I took all the 15 odd mocks provided by Krakow, and one thing that really helped me is the past papers which are set in mock format in the portal. So from starting from 2018 till 2021, I took all the mocks, the past papers in mock format. So that really helped me like familiarize with me what questions I can solve, which is my strength, which topics are my strength. So then after giving that, yeah, I was confident enough, and I got 93.6%.
That was a good improvement from your past percentile, all the way from 73 to 93.6 percentile. So you made sure you maintained the consistency this time, and I think that has made the difference. Excellent. Yeah, now coming to the interviews. When did you start receiving the calls, and what all calls have you received, and how did you prepare for each stage of the interviews?
Yeah. So after giving the exam in November, this time the key was released very early, 1 week after, I think
Yes.
so, after the result. So I knew that roughly my percentile would be around 90 to 93 or 94, if I'm lucky. So then I felt that maybe I would not get the definitely main IIM calls, but I thought maybe some of the newer the CAP calls I will be getting. So I did not take risk. So then I thought to apply for the IITs as well. You need to apply it separately. So in the month of January, I started applying for all the top four IITs. Usually
Okay.
in the month of Jan end, the application closes. So I've applied for IIT Bombay, Delhi, Kharagpur, and Madras. Then after I applied in Feb, I got the interview calls from CAP as well as three of the IITs. So then I knew that I would be receiving some of the calls. So again, I started my interview preparation a bit early as well in December. So there I started to read. The first thing is to pick up the newspaper because I've seen a lot of videos from toppers who mentioned that reading newspapers really helps. So I picked up the newspaper. I made it a habit. That really helped me a lot in getting the awareness about in the businesses or in the life in general and all the global news, every current affair that's happening in India and abroad. So I was a bit confident, and the second thing I did is focused on myself, started preparing my resume because you need to some colleges ask your resume. So I prepared my resume and I made sure that all the points which I've written are genuine and which I have accomplished. And also I focus more on myself, like in the introduction because that is a mandatory question that will be asked in the interviews. And then I focused on why I wanted to do MBA, and I also prepared on my job, like what role I play and what questions they might ask from my job experience also. And being an engineer, I prepared some of the computer science related questions like what is AI, what is big data. So these all went into the strategy of interview preparation.
Okay. Now coming to the specific interviews, like how did the CAP interview go, and also how were your interview experiences of IITs? Were there any surprising questions, and if yes, how did you handle such questions?
Yeah, so coming to the interview experience, I knew that if you are confident, though you are unable to answer all the questions, you will succeed, and you need to be smiling, not depressed or having sorry. Yeah, you need to be happy and be confident. So that I knew it from the get go, so I followed that strategy. And so the questions like they asked initially in most of the interviews were tell me about yourself and why did you want to do an MBA. And if you're having a Workex, definitely they'll be asking questions on your role, what kind of work you have day to day. And they asked me about if you're working from home or office. If you're working from home, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages, challenges you faced. And then they asked
Okay.
me that as I prepared for some of the technical questions, they asked me what is AI and what are the applications of AI, etc. And they even asked me, to my surprise, some of the math questions like what is calculus, and they asked me about statistics like what is mean, median, those type of questions. And definitely in some of the interviews, they asked me about the current affairs as well. But one question which was like took me to surprise is that in IIT Kharagpur interview, so they asked me like a situational based question like you and I are now having an online interview. So what are all the technologies involved behind this interview? He asked me. So I was like surprised, like what do I need to answer to this question? Then I mentioned that
Okay.
there is this operating system which is helping us, and we have the network and again the audio, video, etc. I tried to manage, but I was not. He was not very much satisfied. He went in depth asking how is the audio transmitted, what is the technology, what is the frequency, etc. Then I knew that I will not be able to answer, but I was confident, knowing that if I was confident, like it will be better. So I told about the operating system which is helping us to log in and connect to the meeting, and then the network which is helping providing the internet access, and the video and audio technology which is helping us to view each other and all. Then he asked me a particular question in audio, how is the audio getting transmitted and what is the frequencies of that, and do we use any antennas or any antennas comes in place. Then I somehow told that I'm not very much familiar in that. So he was like, okay, then he moved on to the next question. And so yeah, one more question is based on my hobby. I told them that I'm
Okay.
interested in wildlife safaris. So yeah, I knew that they'll be asking questions like which safaris did you visit and what are the places, etc. And also they asked me a question that how many tigers are there in India currently, and which state has more number of tigers. So I luckily I was prepared for that question, so I could able to answer.
Okay.
So one thing I would say
Okay.
is if you are telling anything in your introduction, be it your hobbies, be familiar about that. That can really help you. It shows that you are knowing what your hobbies are, and you 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 pursue very keenly on your hobbies.
Correct. All right. Yeah. Now, you said that you scored more than 93 percentile in CAT, but you could not receive any old IM calls being an engineering male candidate. So, what other options did you consider? And so, what are some other good B schools that one can target in this CAT score range?
Okay, so generally people think that if they are scoring between 90 to 95 percentile, if they are particularly a gem candidate, they think that they are not going to convert most of the IIM calls, or they are not getting any good colleges. But like you are mistaken, because even I felt the same. But luckily, my profile was good, like my 10th, 12th, and all marks were good, and I had 2 years of work experience. That is an optimal work experience, and definitely, if your interviews also go well, you have a good chance, because the converts usually don't be on they are not based on the CAT score. They are like their composite score. They see your profile, CAT score, interview, everything. So there's nothing to be disappointed. You can try for the new IIMs, and also definitely you can apply for the IITs, because even IITs are also performing very well. If not all the IITs, the top 4 IITs are very good. They can be targeted if you are in around 93, 95, or 96 sometimes, given that your profile is good and you have good work experience and your interview goes well. And there are definitely some private colleges, but I personally wanted to either join an IIT or an IIM, so I did not consider. But definitely there are some other private colleges as well. You can target, because 90 to 95 is not a bad percentile. Do not get demotivated. Definitely you can convert good calls.
Yeah, you have actually mentioned some good options that students can consider, some good B schools. I'm sure this advice helps a lot of aspirants. So, yeah, thank you so much, Hemant. You have given us some very valuable tips. So, thanks a lot and all the very best for your MBA journey.
Thank you so much. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks a lot.